Hello, I'm Pastor Lockhart, MDiv. I'm president of Our Gold Village, and I'll tell you what that's about. And I'm also going to offer you solutions as well to the problem of the conflict in immigrant businesses or African businesses. And I spent hours watching testimonial videos of both Black American and African women in America, talking about their bad experiences in African braiding shops. And I hear that pain, and we want to be fair, but we need to fix the problem so that everyone can prosper and we can go forward. If you don't think there's a problem, then it's not reality. We need to fix this problem. If not, Black American women need to be even more entrepreneurial as they have been and get 13 and 14-year-olds to do braiding for them. Black American women aren't to be underestimated in business skills. Madam C.J. Walker, 100 years ago, became one of the first Black female millionaires in America, and it was in the same industry of hair care. I will tell you about my African experiences as a Black American, starting when I was a teenager, having an African living in our home. So, and I've been to Africa, but we'll get to that. First, this is about American business practices and expectations, because we are in America, and then there are cultural differences, and they may be resolved when we deal with the expectations and practices that are to be done in America. Now, if we were in Senegal or Ghana or Nigeria, and I've been to those three countries, or Nairobi in East Africa, we would be asking what is acceptable in these countries when people go to those countries and do business. Well, we're doing business in America. So let's not take an attitude because we are making an American business standard of acceptance. I'm offering this to you so that you can benefit from it and that you have happier customers. The U.S. is where transactions are being made. If we address business practices, then we will help solve some of the cultural drama as well. Perhaps participants must be willing to adapt. I want to help Black and African businesses perform better in the U.S., but you have to be willing to listen. Solomon in the Bible says, with all thy getting, get an understanding. If you don't have an understanding as a foundation, then there's going to be confusion, and God is not a God of confusion. Because people who come to the U.S. do business and want to prosper, they must do it in a way that's acceptable in America, or be sued. They could go to jail, put out of business, or pay big money fines. These are real facts. Americans of all colors, of all cultures, expect a certain form of business practice. And if you do these things, then you'll have less stress as well. Now, our Gold Village offers a business training, employee training, online program, and we suggest all businesses enroll their businesses in the program. And you can go to the link to see the video about that. It's in the comments. Businesses get a $20 savings if you enroll by August 11th, 2025. And employees learn how to save your business from financial losses, because they will be providing good customer service experience. One bad experience can lose your business thousands of dollars, because that one person will tell other people, at least 7 people will find out, and then all the business that you would have over the year, over a 10-year period of time, you would lose it. So a business needs to think in long terms. Watch our video by going to the link in the comments. I want everyone in this, and then sign up, enroll, and go to our Shopify page and enroll. I want everyone in the diaspora to be happy, but there are rules that you have to abide by. Our goal village is for Black American collective economic empowerment, never to be sold out of Black American community hands. Among those videos I viewed for hours, by the way, a few of the testimonies came from Singhalese and Togolese women. They're, they live in America, and I've been to Togo and Senegal as well. And as you know, they speak French, but there's also the Wolof tribe is in those areas as well. Nungadef, to all of those who speak Wolof. Now, the Bible says God chastens those he loves, like a father chastens his son. I'm not your daddy, not your father, but I want to give you some suggestions. Trust me, Black Americans can make it harder, can be cold-blooded for Africans doing business in America. But let's see if we can fix this. If we don't tell our children, our friends, and our family members hard truths, we're not helping them to see themselves and helping them to improve. We must state the complaints Black and African clients have made. And these complaints include and by the way, not all shops are guilty of these things. And some good things were said about the shop, embedded in what they were saying bad about the shops. However, in some of those videos, allegations of operators arguing with customers, arguing with each other, physical fights sometimes too, unclean shop. One person said they saw roaches, price changes after one price was stated, insults, disrespect, cheating customers in their own languages, thinking customers didn't understand them, delaying the appointment time. One customer admitted their shortcomings in the confusion, lying about the price of certain services, long hours of waiting, not straightening apart, and not their unwillingness to go back and make their work better. Not all braiders can really braid. False advertisement online or in shops. Now, I must state that locking a door so a customer can't go out is criminal in America. Detaining a customer in a closet is criminal in America. Putting combative hands on a client is criminal in America. Now, by criminal, I mean you could be put in jail, there could be heavy fines, you could be sued, which you have to pay even more money, or you could lose your business. So it's important how shops operate and how their operators behave themselves and owners behave themselves. Being an operator in a salon without each operator having a certificate is against the law, state laws mostly, and a person could end up paying a huge fine for that. So boycotting is the least thing that your customers could do to you. So the first issue is doing business in the U.S. the right way. Secondly, it's cultural matters, and we'll get to them in that order. To soften for Africans what I will eventually have to say to make things better. You know, when you have a surgery, you have to make a cut, and then you can operate, and then you can do the healing. That's what we have to do. But this is the end. Physicians, mechanics have something in common.